Hello biotechnology students, it's Carolyn Jomso, your linked librarian, and in this video I'm going to talk you through the steps of finding articles on your topic using an online database called Academic Search Premier. Now, to get to that database, you want to go to the library guide or the research guide for your class. If you begin where I am on this screen in the Blackboard site for your class, remember that your portal to all things library is this link right here, Ask the Librarian. Click that link and it will bring you to information again about how to get in touch with me. The first video, which was on choosing a topic, and right here, the second link is into your biotechnology research guide. I'm going to click that link right now. Now, if you recall, in the first video, we focused on this tab right here, picking a paper topic. But now we're going to focus on the next tab right here, finding articles. We're going to go down to the second sort of drop-down link under finding articles called databases to search. You can just click right there, and you will get to this screen that highlights some of the best online databases for finding articles in the area of biotechnology. Now remember, your professor, Dr. Halpin, wants you to be using periodical articles. Those are newspaper articles, academic or peer-reviewed journal articles, sometimes called scholarly journal articles, as well as articles from more popular magazines written for the layperson. Popular magazines would include some of the science magazines I've linked you to over here: Discover Magazine, New Scientist, Popular Scientist, and Science Daily. We're going to be focusing, however, on this database, Academic Search Premier. Academic Search Premier is a general database, which means that it has articles on a variety of different topics. It also includes articles from all of those three types of periodicals that I've described: newspapers, magazines, and journals. But even before we get into Academic Search Premier, to begin your search, it's a good idea to sort of think critically about your topic and the kinds of keywords or main words that you're going to put into your search in the database. Now, how do you think critically about a topic? Over here on the screen, you'll see a brainstorm. It's a concept map on the topic that we're going to be searching together today: genetically modified food. The student who did this brainstorm basically wrote down everything that he or she already knew about the topic of genetically modified food. Then, having written down what he or she knew, the student circled, as you can see here, food, traits, growth hormones, disease and immunities, pesticides, longer shelf life. All of these are concepts or ideas related to issues surrounding the topic of GM or genetically modified food. It's a good idea to do this before you get into the databases, because you can then use these keywords to focus your search, as you'll see. In fact, we think it's so important that you go through this sort of pre-brainstorming process that we're asking you to do a worksheet that will then be handed in to your professor as homework. That worksheet, which is also linked from your Blackboard page, can be found right here. It's creating a search strategy. And what we do here is guide you through the process of thinking about your topic, how you can put your topic into a sentence or a phrase, how you can locate the main concepts, and then use those concepts to create additional keywords or synonyms. So for example, I have right here typed in, I want to examine the technology of genetically modified foods, including the technology's history, uses, controversies, and future applications. What we're asking you to do is write something similar on the lines right here using your topic. Now, what I've outlined for you in this sentence is exactly what Dr. Halpin is looking for in your abstract. She wants you to look into your chosen technology's history, uses, controversies, and future applications. In step 2, I've underlined what I've identified as the main concepts. technology, genetically modified foods, history, uses, controversies, and future applications. The next step is to take these concepts and think of synonyms or alternative phrases for those concepts. So for example, for genetically modified foods, GMOs is a very common acronym. I put in Frankenfoods, which is sort of a negative phrase for genetically modified foods that is used by those who are opposed to the idea of genetically modified foods, but it may show up in some articles that you're looking for. Another word for controversy is debate. So after you've searched for your topic and controversy as another keyword, try putting debate and you might find it opens up new articles. For history, I put in past, origins, again, synonyms for the term history. For future, I've included predictions. So what you want to do is take those underlying concepts and put in your synonyms for them. Once you've done that and filled out that part of the worksheet, you're ready for I think that's step 4. I'm going to correct that as we're here in the video. Step 4, Search Academic Search Premier. Now you have your keywords, you're ready to get into the database and see what kind of resources those keywords will bring up. So I've just gone back into the library guide. I'm going to click on Academic Search Premier. And you'll notice that up here I have 3 boxes linked with this drop-down menu that includes words that are called Boolean operators, and, or, and not. I'm probably going to want to narrow my search when I look for genetically modified foods, so I'm going to use the Boolean operator and. My search is going to be genetically modified, and look, it actually prompts me for genetically modified food. Now on the next, that's concept number 1, on the next line, linked with and, I'm going to focus my topic by putting in future. Oops, I'm going to not have a typo, however, future. So right now I am looking for articles that are going to mention these 2 terms, genetically modified food and future. I click search, and as you can see very quickly the database returned 186 articles that include the phrases genetically modified food and future. Just taking a look at my first list of hits, the use of genetically modified organisms in food production and future challenges, engineering the future of food, genetically modified foods and social concerns. These are the titles of the articles. Underneath the titles, you will always get what's known as the additional citation information. So here I have by Alex Sajeva, that's the author. The journal title is right here, Economic Science for Rural Development Conference Proceedings. I have the year that it was published, the issue, the pages, and how many pages. That's the citation information. Now, before I even start looking at this list, I might try to focus that 186 results even more. For example, when I look here at the publication date option, I see that this list of 186 results includes articles going all the way back to 1992. That's a little bit too far for an article on a current biotechnology application. So I'm going to use my mouse to scroll this arrow over, and I think I'm only going to go back to 2009, so only about 4 years. I click update, and I've gone from that original of 180 or whatever it was to 48 results. It's much easier now for me to look at all 48 of those results and to see which ones will be the most useful. Let's take a look at number 2. It's letting me know that this is a periodical. And up here you'll notice in number 1 it says it's an academic journal. That means academic journal that this one is a peer-reviewed or a scholarly article. Number 2, this periodical is a popular magazine. Remember that both are okay for your abstract for this particular class. Number 2, you'll notice, actually has a link here to the full text of the article, PDF full text. I'm going to click that link, and very quickly I actually get the article itself. So I'm all set to begin reading this particular article, which was from The Futurist from May 1st of 2012, as it says right here, May-June 2012. I can, in fact, I'm going to bring it back up for you. From here, once you have it loaded, there are icons to the rest on the right side of your screen where you can print, you can email, you can save it to your desktop or to a USB. You can capture that article however you want in a way that's going to allow you to cite it for your paper. Okay, let's say that I wanted number 1 from the Economic Science for Rural Development conference proceedings. You'll notice there's no link to a full text. However, you don't want to give up there. You want to look at this link that says check for full text. What this link will do is let you know if this article is full text in another database. UNH libraries subscribe to hundreds of databases. This link sort of allows the databases to talk to each other, so to speak. Unfortunately, I'm getting a message saying, sorry, no online holdings found for this journal. I encourage you here to still not give up. If that article sounds perfect for your paper, for your abstract, your next step is to follow this link to request through interlibrary loan. Click the ILLiad login. From here, as a Manchester student, you want to make sure to click where it says UNH Manchester Users, and it will bring you back to the University of New Hampshire at Manchester page, to the libraries page, and this is an interlibrary loan request for an article. Fill out information about you, fill out the information about the article. At the bottom of the page you can click Send Now. We will find that article for you at another library, order it for you, and then send it to you as a PDF in your email. Let's go back to our list of results. I wanted to show a couple of other ways that you could narrow this search even further. For example, over here under source type, right now we're looking at all of the results and we have some pretty promising results, even from the first page. But if you're just beginning your research, you might not feel quite ready for those in-depth academic articles yet. So you could choose to look only at the magazines for starters until you have familiarized yourself with the topic. Again, you've got that one we looked at, Engineering the Future of Food, from The Futurist. Underneath we have Farms for the Future from New Scientist from October 13th, 2012. You can hold your mouse over this icon to get a short abstract, a brief description of the article. An introduction is presented to a report within the issue about the risks and benefits of genetically modified crops. It looks like this one is going to cover various aspects of your abstract, risks, benefits, uses, as well as the future. And again, it is full text, HTML full text. We'll provide you with the full text of the article, but it will do it rather than in the original photocopy type PDF, it will just give it to you in a web-based format. Looks like this is a pretty short article, so sometimes it doesn't hurt to take a look, go further before you decide if an article is going to be worth putting on your works cited. So that is a run-through of how to go about finding articles in Academic Search Premier. Remember that you can, once you've done one search, you can use those keywords such as GMO foods to redo a search using your different keywords, and your results may bring out different articles. Now, once you have completed your search in Academic Search Premier, you're ready to finish completing the worksheet. We ask you to write which keywords you used and which of these Boolean operators you used, how many results you got initially, then to use some of the limiting techniques I discussed in this video, such as limiting by date, limiting by source type, and then to choose 2 articles that you think will be useful, give us the citation information, and then explain why they will be useful. Remember that if you have any questions at all, you can contact me through your Blackboard site. My phone number and my email are right here. You can also ask me a question by using the Ask the Librarian discussion board. I'm happy to help you in any way with any part of your research process. Thank you very much, and good luck with your project.